Okay, we're looking good. We're online with YouTube. Twitch is having a bit of a problem, but we're finally online with Twitch. So, right, hey, thank you and welcome to the Savvy Gadgets channel with me, Ian, otherwise known as Ven, and we're playing Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid finally released this just the other day, multiplayer for Project Zomboid. They did promise that it would be in Build 41 for December, and they've lived up to that promise. It's in there now, so you can go and play multiplayer. Unfortunately, because I'm on the beta IWBUMS and it's a newer version, if I regress my version of Project Zomboid back to just standard Build 41, though I don't have access to multiplayer on the new version, it also kills off my save games. So the characters and all the work that I've done in my save game so far is gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue playing through on... No, I don't need assistance from Microsoft Edge, thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on playing in Build 41 IWBUMS until I get to the point where I feel that I've got everything I need, that I'm surviving well enough, and then I will regress and do some multiplayer stuff. So this week's been okay, apart from the news that my brother and his family have caught COVID, and that's not good. Recently, someone in the village has died from COVID, and that's also bad. So our condolences to that family and all the other families who have lost someone to COVID recently and previously. I would like to say thank you very much to all those people who are joining my channel, following me on varying platforms. Thanks to Jemmy and Mohammed for giving us a thumbs up on Facebook. Thanks to Telescope for joining me on the impromptu live that I had on Friday. So what I've been doing this week is I've been gathering materials. So we're here, over here, just there. This is our hideout, our rural hideout. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and if you really like my content, donate at Patreon. This week I'm drinking Monster Mule. It tastes like ginger. It's quite nice actually. It's even better if it spills everywhere. So yes, not endorsed by Monster in any way, shape or form, or sponsored by them, but I sponsor them by drinking their drinks. So anyway, so Rosewood. Okay, so I have managed to procure from West Point. I was really lucky with this on Friday. I managed to find the missing books, or the majority of the missing books that I needed to complete every trade from level 1 to level 5, basically. I am missing 2 books, but I have found them over in Riverside. It's just a case of getting them. So I have a character who's currently here in this house. So that one just there. Unfortunately, they are bitten, infected, and dying. Last time I looked at them, they only had a bite mark on their legs, but it could be bad. I think she's infected. I think she's going to die. But I've got a car waiting for me around here outside this church and whatever that is. I've managed to blockade the Gigamart a bit, and I've got everything I need. I'm just trying to find a fuel can, get some fuel together, and get the fuel in the car, and then load everything into the car and get down. So that's where I am, but that's for 2 books. That's for First Aid 3 and Trapping 4, I believe. I'll have to check that out later. But so all of these different characters are all on the same save. They're all in the same world, and the reason I've managed to do that is because if you take a look here, this is actually Riverside Rita. So we'll have a quick look at her. Don't forget, if you're on chat, don't forget to say hi and make yourself known. I'll do my best to say hello, answer any questions you've got. Oh, okay, I must have been playing her last night. So she is, if we go for information, Nanette Perryman. She's rubbish, so I'm probably going to get rid of her. So let's quit out. Let's pick the right character. Let's go load, and it'll go more, and it's like under this more that you can choose your different characters or create a new one. I think you can have up to 5, but we want Riverside Rita. Called her Riverside Rita, so I know exactly where she's come from. Right, so there we go. So she's covered in blood. She's not in good health at all. She's got a bandaged thigh. Was infected. It's not anymore. She's peckish, moist, and a nervous wreck. So she's not doing particularly well. But she does have a stash. So if we have a look at the inventory, somewhere, I don't think she's got it on her, but she's got some twine which I want to get back. But there you can see she's just limping around. She's in real bad state. I don't know why, because she's only slightly damaged and got a bit of a bite on her leg. So it might be a case of stashing something. But another interesting point is I actually enabled Bushcraft Weapons, and one of my other characters actually has a Bushcraft weapon. And the only reason she got it, and this was quite incredible really, and it was quit out, and she's the reason I've actually got most of the other books. So if I go more and go, I think it's Aura Graham. I think she's actually at the rural safe house. She actually brought in a lot of gear for me. Yeah, there she is. Look. She's wearing a hard hat. She actually brought in that truck and that truck, and this truck's in good nick, and it's full of fuel as well, so that's really useful. But she also brought in, apart from a few goodies, that was down the highway, so I just snagged it. She's brought in lots of bags, another bulletproof vest, lots of chocolate for trapping, and she actually brought in trapping 1. I've got a couple of pieces of twine there, some hand axes, varying other bits and pieces that are just generally useful. My other character, the one that I have actually been doing this playthrough with on Sundays, I'll try and get Rita down as well. So if we go more, and this one is Vanessa Renner. Right, so this is the one character that we've been playing with mostly. So as you can see, there's a large stash of duplicate books, but I now have a complete set of carpentry, a complete set of cooking, a complete set of electricity, missing farming, don't care, missing book 3 of first aid, which Rita's got, fishing, all foraging, all mechanics, all metalwork, all tailoring, and then I'm just missing 3 and 4 from trapping. I didn't know I was missing 3 from trapping. Okay, I'll have to look at that. I could have sworn I had 3. Trapping volume 2, so I might have to go and look for trapping volume 3. I thought I had that. Oh, actually, maybe it's over here, because I was having to stuff in over here as well. Yeah, trapping volume 3, there it is. Yeah, so I knew I had it. Because like the bookcase isn't big enough to take all of the books, so I need another bookcase. So that's going to be a project for today, building another bookcase for everything. Also, with regards to this character, Carpentry's high enough, I think, to actually build a water barrel, a rain catcher. Built a composter outside for all of the rubbish that I'm currently collecting, like berries and this and that. But I want to be able to build up a set of stairs up the side here, and then build a platform along the top, so that I can put the rain catchers on the top above the sink and then plumb the sink in. But for that I need to be a level 7 carpenter, which is why I needed the other books, or at least the extra carpentry books. So rotten mushrooms, they've gone off. Got some fresh berries, rotten tomatoes. They're going off because I'm playing the other character, and time passes in the game, and even though the character's not in the game, the food that she's got is spoiling. So the more time I play these other characters, the harder it is, because the food that I've previously foraged has, you know, gone off basically. So I've got the composters, all of the rotten fruit and stuff's going in there, and worms are turning up and making a short job of it. So what else do I need to do? Fishing rod. Yeah, see, that's the next question, because now I've got some twine, I've got a couple of choices. And now I've got more twine coming, so it's a case of, let's grab all of those. Oh, I'll probably need a paper clip as well. I thought I grabbed some fishing line. Yeah, I did. So let's try that. Paper clips. And now I've got some paper clip grab. Right, okay, so hopefully with the fishing line and not the twine, I think I've got the sticks are in here, I think. Floor. Several broken bits. Ah, there were sturdy sticks. I think I can make a fishing rod with the line and the paper clip. Oh, you can use nails as well. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So we now have a fishing rod. Cool. So now I can actually go fishing rather than spear fishing, and that helps me out. But that also means I can make a stick trap. Ooh. Now there's the thing, because I have actually got trapping up now. This is why I've got all the chocolate, so I can trap mice and rodents and try trapping birds as well. So what I'm trying to do as a trapper is make a stick trap. I need 4 sturdy sticks. I've probably just used one and it's like, yeah, I've now got only 3. Damn. Okay, fine. We can live with that. We've got a plank here. Make a sturdy stick. There we go. So, a slight bit of trapping 101. So, what we need to do then is, with my sturdy sticks and my twine, I'll make a stick trap. I'm going to make, I could make 2, couldn't I? Okay, so let's go with that, because the other one is, I haven't got the original, I haven't got Hunter Volume 1, I don't think, because Hunter Volume 1 gives you the snare traps, and the snare traps are for squirrels. Hunter Volume 2, yeah, so I'm missing Hunter Volume 1. Okay, so we'll make sticky traps. We'll make 2 sticky traps. Sticky traps. 2, there we go. Got a fishing rod. Got the line. Right, so we need some worms. Let's grab off. There we go. I'm actually going to put them over here near the trees. I don't know how far. Actually, no, sorry, I'll just put them over here. They may or they may not attract birds of some kind. Who knows? Right, so place the trap, stick trap. There we go. Stick trap 1. And place the other trap just there. And I've not actually caught anything in a stick trap before. I've actually... So worms. We're hoping worms are going to do the job, basically. And we can actually put worms. This compost heap actually attracts worms, which is great. I've still got lots of twine. Fantastic. I can make more stick traps if I really wanted to. Actually, I'm going to just drop those just there, I think. Actually, I might need some worms. water is turning out to be a bit of an issue. Okay, grab some worms here, grab all, because now we can try out our new fishing rod. We'll do another drink first, because absolutely parched, and then we'll go fishing with a fishing rod and worm, and put our backpack. Love it. You can tell I've been fishing here before. So the other part of today, I want to try and level up my carpentry a bit. I also want to try and dabble with mechanics. Super Town Man, good morning, sir. I finally have a fishing rod. I've got some twine. It's a thing of beauty. That's what it is. Skill wise, I'm actually doing quite well. My fishing's actually gone up to lots, and I'm now onto the sort of, so these are the beginners, and now we're onto the intermediate stuff. Carpentry's going up nicely. I have started work on mechanics, but I've actually sort of going to be looking at that today. Have you had a good week, chap? My week's been a bit rubbish. It's been okay, but my brother and his family have come down with COVID, and they're struggling a bit at the minute. But they don't live anywhere near me, so it's a bit difficult to help them out. So, not that I can go around that and help them out, because I had COVID myself the start of November, and that was bad enough. I was brought in by the kids. No, I haven't tried it. At the start of the video I explained this out, so I'll explain it again. Is the build that I'm on, IWBUMS, which is a beta, if I drop out of the beta and go to build 41, it's an older version. So although it has multiplayer in it, it also kills off my saves. So if I regress to that version, the characters and the saves are no longer available. It's like got like the death symbol next to them. So rather than do some multiplayer, thanks for that, man. It's like both my brothers. I'm actually the youngest of all. Oh God, my fishing rod's broken. I'm actually the youngest in the family. And as it happens, I'm going to be 50 at the end of the month. So it's like my brothers are quite not a lot older than me, but he's a fair bit older than me, and his wife is also not a spring chicken. they're rapidly approaching 60, the both of them. So it's like, where's my fishing rod gone? Lost my fish. I actually got some fishing line up, or maybe it's because I don't have a nail, or I bet it was the paper clip that broke. And I have my steady stick. But I actually caught a fish there, didn't I? I actually caught something. I caught a small perch and some socks. Nails. I can use nails. I can use paper clip. It's weird that you can use nails to make a fishing rod or a fishing hook. Yeah. Yeah, well, traditionally I would get gaming, I'm afraid, mate. Okay, I didn't know I had an axe in there, that's useful, I suppose. Now I've got a paper clip and some spare nails just kicking about. Yeah, so I've been playing games since I was 6 years old, or old enough to put, there we go, paper clip. Old enough to put coins into arcade machines when, you know, the state of the art gaming back in the day was like Space Invaders and Donkey Kong. The original Mario entry into gaming worlds. But, you know, so I've been playing games for 44 years. It says summit, doesn't it? Sturdy stick. Make a fishing rod. There we go. Curse you, paperclip. So, I'm actually hungry, so I better eat some berries before they go rotten, because I'm playing other characters. You know. You see, I knew you were like me, Supertone Men. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest, but yeah. So I did actually have a guy join me on my impromptu Friday live, Telescope, who I actually think was, I could be corrected if I'm actually wrong. I think it was a guy who dropped by my channel last week, and I dropped in on some of his live playthroughs. He's doing Project Zomboid and Halo Infinite. Oh, you seriously? It's broken my fishing rod already. Good gravy. No lure. Oh, I've run out of. Oh, God, I've run out of worms. This is embarrassing. Yeah, so he dropped by. His name. It was on chat on Twitch. He was called Telescope. But I've also dropped in on a guy called George Santos. He dropped by my channel, dropped a message, so I went and dropped a few messages on his saying, "Hi, how you doing?" And I actually joined some of his, dropped in on some of his live playthroughs over the week. So yeah, it was really cool. Hopefully you get to join us at some point. But he's on Twitch as MPN Swanko TV. If you fancy dropping over and having a nose at him, tell him Ven UK sent you. I will catch up with him again this week at some point. I'm actually on holiday Thursday until the rest of the year, so I will be doing some other live sessions. And today we're pushing out to Twitch and YouTube as usual, but I've also set up my Steam, so I'm broadcasting on Steam too, but it's not part of this whole live setup, so it's just me playing Project Zomboid on Steam. So to try and find Ven on Steam. The oldie name. Oh, caught another fish. Small perch. And cooking's doing nicely as well. Actually, in order to get the spearfishing going, it was a case of boat foraging, got loads of berries, spent several days spearfishing in the lake, trying to catch something, anything, and largely coming up with socks and shoes for some reason. But actually managed to catch some really big fishes. Oh, there we go. We've got another fish. I think it's another sunfish. I think we've got two of those. What we'll do is we just bung them on the fire. Yeah, I know, it's just weird. I think it's because it's a homemade one rather than a professional one. Usually the line breaks. That's the more common thing that I've come across with ones that you actually find. But I haven't actually. This is the first time I've actually used a homemade one. So. And I was hedging a bet from when I found the fishing line that I could use the fishing line and it's the stick and a paper clip, and you can, so that's really cool. So that way I didn't have to use up my twine. I've set up a couple of stick traps as well. So I've got some sticky traps out there with some worms in, hopefully we'll catch some birds. And with that you can actually create a roast. So I've got a couple of roast pans so I can roast things. I can roast mushrooms, great various stuff. Yeah, come on. No, for God's sakes, what's broken about it now? Sturdy stick. No fishing rod found. Let's fishing line. Oh, that'd be the paper clip. But anyway, we've done quite well. We've got a couple of fish. Let's just take a drink quickly and then we'll cook these up. Berries are going to go off soon, so I'm going to have to go and sort them out. But the nice thing is when you're actually fishing, if you do actually find some socks, you can actually light a fire with the socks. So you can use the socks as socks and a lighter. There we go. Nice. So you can create a fish, bird, vegetable stuff. Yes, because you can add mushrooms. If you add the meat first, you can then add the mushrooms after. So what we'll do is we'll bung the fish in, because they'll cook together. Let's close that for the moment. And we just need to light it. There we go. Oh, that's as far as that goes over, is it not? I thought I had 2 fish. I thought I'd caught more than that. Anyway, fish don't take long to cook at all. Unlike a roast, when you're doing a roast, the roast actually takes absolutely ages to do. Almost triple the time. But you get more nutrition out of it, and the better cook you are. So at the moment we're on 332.5. The more nutrition they are. So nutrition isn't great at the moment. Better than that one though. So we'll just neck those. Sliced fillets. There we go. Can do that. Kitchen knife it. Hey, Eternal Frost. How you doing? Missed you for a couple of weeks, chap. Your chapette, not entirely sure. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm fine. But my brother and his family have caught COVID. They're not doing too well at the minute. So I've got a phone call from my mum about it. Yeah, it's not good considering there was a lady, her husband in the village died this week as well. He was rushed into hospital after coming down with COVID. And even though both he and his wife are double jabbed, unfortunately after a couple of days he passed away. So my thoughts are with that family and all the other families that are losing their loved ones. It's really terrible. So it is local to me, even though I don't live anywhere near my brother. But they live in mid Bedfordshire. And it seems to be there seem to be a lot of the new Omicron variant cases going around there at the minute. So hopefully everything will be alright and they'll get better, because I had it at the start of November and it wasn't nice, but it wasn't bad either. Me and the wife really didn't have any problems from a breathing perspective or anything like that. So we just felt really drained and crappy. It's like we just couldn't do anything, and we was out, not able to work for a couple of weeks. But obviously we got better. I actually posted a video on the day saying that I really can't do this. I'm feeling like crap. So yeah. But so it's there's not a lot of fillets out of them fish. I've had more. I have had more. But let's neck one of them. Let's eat one. So they're all different. So that, you get 2 out of each fish, look, because that's the. Oh right, no. So multiplayer dropped just the other day, and I've not had a chance to play multiplayer yet. And the reason for that is the beta version that I'm currently on is newer than build 41 as it stands. Though it's build 41.56, I think, the one that I'm on. Whereas it's on something like 41.4 something, I think. And if I regress to that build, I can't play these saves because they're on a newer build. So rather than give up on these saves at the moment, I'll do some multiplayer. I'll do some impromptu live plays because I'm on holiday after a while. Oh right, okay. I was on 4.56 when I looked the other day. I wonder whether it's been updated. I didn't notice the options to multiplay. I'll have to check that out. Anyway. Right. That's probably where I'm going wrong. And it did update, certainly. But I'll do that a bit later. Right, so anyway, this week, as I said, got a couple of other characters working on my behalf. And so, as you see, I have an extra couple of vehicles. This one's in really quite good nick. This one came from West Point. Alright, someone was talking about the server. Someone contacted me on one of my channels. Right, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So this one isn't in terrible condition. It's certainly better than some of the other vehicles I've got laying around here. At least it works. Could do with a few fixes, and all of these vehicles are commercial vehicles, and most of them are this pickup type. I just brought that one along just to experiment on. Oh yeah, good point. Check the birds, check the traps. No, they don't look like they've fallen through. Yeah, no. Okay, but one of the things that I did find. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Like I say, I didn't have the option. Is that I managed to get a lot of chocolate, which, as we all know, works really well for mouse traps. Oh, did I just see something unpleasant over there? Yep, I certainly did. At least 3 of the buggers. What's that? Die! It's because I'm tired. Or it's my character's tired. And I'm using not a particularly great weapon. Any more for any more? No? Okay, good, right. Yeah, okay, that's probably not a bad idea. I was just going to actually go and dump them in the woods where the foraging grounds are. I'll do that tomorrow. Well, I say tomorrow. Let's add some bait to the moosey traps. Actually, no, sod it. I'll do it now. It's like one of those things I didn't want to move them too far. Remove the bait. Remove the trap. Remove the bait. Does it need to be in a wooded area to catch birds? I thought it'd probably be a good idea. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just dump them here. Hopefully that's far enough away. Stick trap there. And stick trap there. Stick traps everywhere. Yeah. Right, so add some worms. A vermivan. There we go. Right. Wondered whether that would help any being in a wooded area, more likely to catch a... Although I suppose a wooded area is more likely for squirrels, isn't it? If you've got a snare trap, which I currently don't have the ability to do. Yep, fair enough, Eternal. Lurk away. Lurker of the week. No, don't sleep on the ground, sleep on the bed. Okay. Right, let's see our berries. Fresh berry, eat the fresh berry. And eat a fillet. Gets rid of that. I was also very cunning and clever. I'm quite pleased with myself about this one. I'll just drink that pot of water. Actual fresh water rather than water from the lake. Does help a lot. Oh look, rotten fillets. That'll all go in the container. That's because that's from all of the spearfishing I did. But as I said, because I've been playing other characters in other towns, time still passes for this character, and even though they're not actually in the game technically, everything else still progresses. So, what would I put? A pot of water in there. That'll help. Right. And then we'll put the rotten fillets in there. Yeah. Well, it's like I say, it's like one of those things is where you've got so many people making noise, especially if you've got someone who joins in and just attracts a load of zombies in. What I saw from the Indie Stone when they were playtesting it, whereas they've got like 4 or 5 guys battling off a horde of zombies, and they're all sort of like standing outside the front. And I posted it on Twitter. I retweeted it, and it does look like really cool. But it's one of those games where you don't expect to live, don't expect to get very far, because you're just not. Okay, nothing in those traps. Right, the nice thing is if a trap actually goes off, it actually tells you. Right, let's see what we can do. I've got all my jack and my lug wrench there. Going to put the chocolate, the fillets, the fishing line, the steady stick, and the saw, and probably the hammer in my backpack. Okay, like that. We've got food. Right, so the bit that I was clever and cunning about, I was trying to say before, was I actually found, whilst I was out in West Point bringing all of this stuff over, I actually picked up 2 big pots full with water. Well, fullish. So I've actually got a full one and one not so full. So I've actually got another ability to drink. But what I can actually do is once I've run out of these, just fill them up, put them on the fire, and cook all 3 of them at the same time, and then turn them from tainted water into pure water, and I've got 3 large pots of water. Hopefully, I've got more coming. Mechanics. Right, so let's have a look. Let's actually just move this car forward a bit. I think the key for this is in the cupboard just inside the door, so I think I was clever enough to just drop it off. I think it's that one. Because I did use this one to tow that one. Oh, yeah, that's right. See, it's got a full tank. I'm actually going to leave the key in the ignition. Now this one I just picked it up so I could practice on it. So what we'll do is, because I'm trying to do mechanics, I'm trying to do carpentry, I'm trying to stay alive all at once. Now this one's knackered, look at it. Right, so you may remember this particular car from a previous run through where I actually found a camp at the side of the road and picked up an M16. rifle, and this was sitting at the camp, so I took the opportunity to snag it as I was driving past on my way from West Point. So what we can do, whether we actually get any benefit from this, because I think I stopped getting benefit from this, is uninstalling the lights. And it doesn't matter if this car gets trashed, I don't care. So if we have mechanics, so that's 31, let's reinstall the headlight. So 31 on mechanics, now 32, that's going to take a long time. The other, so you can, at the very most basic level of mechanics, you can remove the headlights and you can remove the radio, and that all helps, but you've got to do so much of it, it just seems unreal. Install a value tech radio. There you go, 10%. And again, it's like I've just gained 1 point out of that because I can't really do a huge amount with it. Can I uninstall the battery? I can uninstall the battery. Okay, that's a good start. I can reinstall that. At least if you're uninstalling, reinstalling, so at least you're getting some experience. It's just going to take bloody ages. Can't uninstall the tyre because it says the recommended skill level is level 1, which I don't have at the moment. This box isn't full for mechanics, so I can't do it. And I tried it on this one, this grey pickup, and it was just an absolute disaster. So, darling, absolute disaster. So it's just not worth it. See, that one's mechanic skill 0 of 5, so you need to be a level 5 mechanic to uninstall the muffler. Uninstall the engine or repair the engine. You need a wrench and mechanics level 4 and spare parts, which is what the other vehicles are for. But that's for the fire truck. Gas tank. Again, mechanics level 0 of 5. So when you're looking around these bits and bobs, you have to be seeing that's a level 2. So that's going to take some time. Taking the trunk lid off requires a mechanics level of 3. Are you kidding me? You could always bash it together, but that's metal work. So the hoods, again, level 3. It just doesn't make any sense. So a lot of these are level 3 actually. I suppose once you get to level 4, it's a case of you're doing tyres. Tyres are level 1. Brakes are level 3. What about suspension? Suspension are level 3. So most of that's level 3. So what you're restricted to with mechanics is just uninstalling the light bulbs, the battery, the radio to start off with until you start getting sort of nearer the level 3. Then you can start dabbling with all of the other stuff. So we've got all the bits for it. It's just a case of I'm going to have to do all the really boring stuff at some point just to get my mechanics skill up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut down some trees, and I'm going to make that bookcase that I want. I want to eat and drink. I can hear my dogs going mad. No, multiplayer is definitely going to be a case of someone brings in a train of zombies, everybody dies. That's my expectation. To be fair, I'm probably unjust in that, but I just don't think so. I think I'm probably going to be right. Okay, so let's grab the logs. Grab all those. Now, hopefully, when I get up to level 7 foraging, I won't have to cut down trees anymore. Oh, actually, I think it's bigger than that, isn't it? Right, this is going to work a bit. Carrying 4 logs. Yeah, so my character that's over in Riverside Rita, as she's called, isn't doing particularly well, bless her. So, I'm going to try. Going to drop those on the floor. And cut them into log planks. Saw logs, yeah, all four. Right, there we go. And then I'm going to build a bookcase. And then organise my books a little better. I'm going to put like the cooking and sort of trapping and fishing and farming, they're all going to go in there, whilst all of the electrical, mechanical, metal work, they're all going to go in the other one. And I'm going to keep magazines over here. Right. So I need some nails. There you go. Nails. And hopefully furniture. A bookcase. Oh, that's so mean. Oh well, sod it. I need more storage anyway, so let's build some. Crates. Why I have a notched wood plank, I don't know. Let's grab half of those. I need to get my carpentry up to level 5. That's obscene. I've only got 1,300 to go. Well, no, even more than that. So 1,300 and 70 each. Right. So in here, this is my beloved storage room. Wooden crate, just there. That'll do nicely. Actually, I might actually put it in front of the window next time. Just build up a pile in this corner so you can't get in and out there anyway. So, what? I can't put that there? Why not? Oh, okay. You're going to walk around there, are you? So it's obviously not a good place to put it. But that didn't go up much. Anyway, so what I did in order to get that, I better unload some stuff. What I did to get to that point is there's a farmhouse up the road, and I just dismantled the fences that were around it. We'll take a look at that in a minute. What we'll do is we'll go out and forage a bit more. In the meantime, let's grab our pot with water. Drink that. I'll bring the others in. Right. Okay, it's now an empty pot. Just drop off the screw and nails. So I've got my buckets out. I keep finding buckets everywhere. It's this one up here, isn't it? That one. I'll grab both of those. So it's nice because you can actually create stew in the big pots with vegetables and bits and pieces. And I'll bring those into the house where they're safe. So I'll actually have 3 cooking pots that I can get clean water out of. In the meantime, whilst I'm trying to build up the rain catcher barrel above the sink to plumb that in. Right. So, food, fillets. Eat some berries. Eat a fillet. Go check the traps, do some foraging. Actually drop some of the crap off that I've got down here. Fishing line. Steady stick. I need to take that apart. Water bottle, keeping the water bottle. Okay, that's good. Right, let's go. Let's check out our traps. Hello, unfriendlies. 3, 4, 4 unfriendlies. Am I seeing that? Yep. Couple heading my way. Come on. Oh yeah, 2 dead in 1 hit. Fantastic. Did you watch? Did you watch? Oh my god, there's an actual horde there. Well, that was unexpected. I'm just glad that I'm rested. Nice that they're finally coming in one at a time though. It's really convenient of them. So, that's all. It's like in the movies when you've got like guys fighting off like 15 geezers and they're all taking turns at having a go at him. Right, now I'm tired. That's annoying. Right, so that was a little bit unusual. Wasn't expecting that. Nothing in the sticky traps. Kind of bait to it so it's not fired off yet either. Better be careful. Fish bait, animals, materials, just mushrooms and berries. Bung them in the backpack. Berries. That's what you need, berries and mushrooms. Life-giving berries and mushrooms. That's one of the things, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but if you've been playing the betas or the newer versions of Project Zomboid, you seem to be getting groups of zombies more. They seem to be gathering together a lot more, which is quite disturbing. Because it's bad enough if you're trying to take on, if you've got no weapon, taking on 1 is bad enough, or 2, because if you're attacking them and you push them, and then you have to push the other one down as well. You've got to like have all of the zombies on the floor to be able to start stamping on them to make any kind of headway. And if you've got too many zombies, you can't do that. With a weapon, you hit them, you're doing them damage, and it's like you can't actually damage them unless you have a weapon of some kind. It's not like you can punch them in the face. Project Zomboid doesn't work that way. I'm really good at finding poisonous mushrooms. Now, I think I pointed this out before, but I think poisonous berries and mushrooms are used to create insecticides for when you're farming. I think what I might do with once we've got to a point with this character where we've done what we need to do and demonstrated what I want to demonstrate, like trapping and mechanics and electronics and electrics and all the rest of it, is then I will swap back to the standard build 41 and start again, basically. I might move up to Survivor again. So I feel I've got a little bit better handle on combat these days and the general game mechanics. A lot better than I used to, anyway. Oh, I'm doing really well for berries out of this. I've got a decent amount of mushrooms. Cool. Yeah, you see. foraging. It's your new best friend, Honest Gov. There we go. Still nothing in the sticky traps. Might as well have a wash with us. Splash the face with some water. That says remove trap, doesn't it? Rather than add bait. I think that one's got no bait in it. I'm wondering whether that has the same problem that I was having with berries in the mouse trap, whereas the birds aren't staying long enough to get caught, if you see what I mean. Ow, oh bugger, I've hurt myself. If you'd done that, I've got no... This is bad. Slowly bleeding out. That's some retreats. Deploy bandage, left foot. There we go. Grab a couple. Let's just grab 4. Otherwise, I was walking gingerly on that foot now. There are some really good improvements, I think, on how the characters actually move in this. Right, let's take the digital watch apart for skills. Electrical is currently 39. You don't get a lot out of this. 39.7. Let's dismantle the digital watch. So we've now got some scrap electronics, and our electrical has gone up to, it's gone up a few points. So it's worth actually doing those, plus that means I've got scrap electronics galore. Still nothing in my mouse traps. Still got bait in them. Right, what we'll do is put all of those in. Oh, that's that one. Right, okay. Put all of that in there. And the scrap electronics in there as well. Right. Find some worms. In the wormery. Oh, this is me running. This is bad. Because I've hurt my foot. It's like my other character seems to have a permanent limp, having been bitten on the leg. Bitten on the thigh, that's the end of her. Which is really upsetting. It's I'm not particularly worried. This is the only character I'm interested in, to be honest, so... Oh, that's interesting. I can't add... I thought I grabbed one, so I did. There we are. In the wrong thing. Yeah, so the bait's gone. Some cheeky bird stole my bait. Fishing. No, fishing rod. Okay, I thought I had a fishing rod. No, I dropped everything in the after. Right. It's because I keep jumping over the fence. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. So, eat some berries. So you're slowly beginning to fall into not being fresh anymore. They're just berries. Great thing about berries is they do a little take away your hunger and your thirst. It's a bit like drinking a can of soup. Feeling a little sad. I seem to need a supply of antidepressants as well. So always goes with find something to lift your mood. And it's like I can't do that. How do I lift my mood without antidepressants? I do actually have over here. Assuming I can grab it. The Value Tech Radio. Equip as a primary. Right, so there we go. Let's turn it on. Tune in. Now I did hear there was an emergency channel on 105.6 or 106.5. So what we will do is bring it up to 105.6. Add that as M1. It's a shame there's no CD player on it. What we'll do is we'll add another preset. It'll have to have been because you can't have a 6.5, it has to be 5.6. Headphones. I've only got a scratched foot now. There we go. But I'm not actually getting anything off of that at all, so that's not good. is a shame. So again, depressed. Need something to lift your mood. I don't want to lift my mood with antidepressants all the time. But I don't think I actually have an option here because I'm now officially out of antidepressants. Damn it. Oh, yeah, that is quite nice actually. This is mule. This is Monster Mule. Tastes a bit gingery. Okay, so let's get some sleep. What? Why are you leaving the bedroom? How confused can you be? Sleep. Yes. That's better. Some sort of confused pathing going on there, I think. In danger of becoming unhappy. So woken up with a start. And a dirty bandage, let's remove that. Rip sheets, there we go. Oh, didn't check my traps, did I? No, still waiting for bait. Still got bait on those ones, so obviously the rodent population isn't biting today. So I might go do some more fishing or get some more planks. Plenty of things that I can be getting on with. Like mechanics to try and sort out. If you're on the chat, don't forget to say hi. Oh, good day. That one is popular. Don't seem to be doing very well with my bait, to be honest. Let's grab a drink while we're in. And eat some berries. Face the other direction because that's where the zombies are going to come from. This would be so much easier. The whole carpentry thing and rain catcher barrel would be so much easier with a 2-story house. Fish bait, I think we'll go for that. Let's move this out of the way. I've already got something. Berries, mushrooms. A cricket? How is a cricket fish bait? Oh, I suppose it is. But not seen those before. Those are new. Plus you can get them worms. Oh, oh right. Okay. Sorry, Eternal. I missed your thing on DayZ. Yeah, I've been playing DayZ myself this week. My mates at Fragland have been playing DayZ. They usually do a regular Thursday night thing, which I've started joining in on, and it turned into a bit of a show on Friday. It's like we decided to head down to a merchant, buy some weapons because we'd been stocking up on stuff to sell. So we sold all of this gear, brought some weapons and some ammo, and went and invaded a town. And one of the guys brought a massive sniper rifle and put a suppressor on it, which lasted like one shot. Whoop, hello, there we go. At which point everything just went to hell. The entire village of zombies descended on us, and it was just mayhem from there, really. It was fun. Right, forest, if you need to forage, you need to find somewhere wooded, generally. Just having an open field like this one over here, I don't think you can. You need something very, very, very woody, or at least some wooded areas, so that you can find, you know, berries and mushrooms and that kind of thing. That's the best place to do it, because out here there is just nothing. Even if like a small sort of like copse of trees like that, you can't do it. You need a decent out of the way foresty area. Interestingly enough, I'll actually point this out on the map. If you're starting in West Point and you need to escape the zombies, there's actually a large wooded area which you can just vanish into, which was really useful. I found it really useful anyway. What was I doing? Worms, crickets. Aha! Yes, that was it. Was going for my fishing staffs, for which I need. I've got worms, I've got crickets. Need a pail and a fishing line. And I need some nails. We'll try nails. We'll grab half. Don't need all of them, because the paper clips don't seem to be lasting very well. We can catch some fish, because we're not catching birds at the minute. I need to put holes in that fence. Right, so let's go with our steady stick. Make fishing rod, there we go. And fishing. I can go with crickets or worms. Okay. Backpack. Oh yeah. Specific fish bait. Cricket and worms. That just means I need to keep my eye out for more twine, more fishing line. At least if you just need fishing line, you don't need a fishing rod, or you come across the line, at least you've got that. Because it's like, you can't make twine, you can only find twine. You can't take ripped sheets and turn them into twine. I can reduce them down to twine. Or you can't take thread and upgrade thread to twine, if you see what I mean. Maybe there's a mod in there for that. Not catching much. I mean, we're not desperate for food anyway, but I want to get my... Oh, there we go. A big carpy. 27 centimetres. Fresh uncooked. I did catch 106. That was huge. It's a trout of some description. Fishing. Because I imagine once we get a higher level of fishing, it'd be easy just to spearfish. And if you don't have a rod, then you're more likely to catch something with the spear. So Plus, if you're fishing with a spear, it actually increases your spear level as well, so you get better with the spear. It's doing really well actually from a position of sprinting light-footed, not very nimble. Oh, more socks to light fires with. And I'm officially out of crickets now. So I caught one of my crickets, managed to bag me a pair of socks. Oh, I'm now using little bait fish on my line as well, because I think I've just run out of worms. You know, talking about multiplayer, I think if you get a group of people who are dedicated to actually surviving, you could do it. You know, once again, if it's a case of you get out into the sticks, because I don't think surviving in, I don't think you'll survive in a town unless you're really well equipped. And you can fortify a base as much as you like, but if you get a ton of zombies turning up at you. I've run out of, oh look, and now I have a pair of socks and a pair of shoes to go with them, as well as a fish. I've got a long way to go before my fishing actually gets anywhere. Can I dismantle this stuff? Probably not. Well, at least I have a fishing rod still. Don't know how much line I've got left. In fact, I don't think I've got any line left, have I? Yep, my fishing line has run out. So once I run out of line on my fishing rod, that's it. I'm done for. Because I don't want to use the twine if I can help it. So I'll be back to spear fishing. But at least we got somewhere. We can cook some fish. Fish! Let's fillet that thing. Fillets. That crappy. Slice it, fillet it up. There we go. And I'm actually going to take some advice from Super Tone Man. I'm actually going to turn it into a roast. So we'll grab a roast pan here. Roasting pan, grab one. You can say even from that menu you go create a roast from random fish from a fish fillet. We'll go with that. Now if you've got bird meat or any other type of meat, whether it be rat or mouse, you can continue to add that, and you can add random vegetables and condiments. There we go, so you can add a condiment. So I'm obviously near something that has condiments in it. It's like red wine or maybe. Add butter. There we go. Got some butter. It's beginning to sound actually quite nice. And add some random condiment. Let's go with that. And for my next trick, if I look in the oven, grab the other roasting pan, I can do exactly the same thing. Oh really? Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't played RuneScape for years. Roast butter. Add random vegetables. guessing that one I need to add a random condiment. There we go, and that'll be the same nutrition value. There we go, so we've got 2 roasties. So what we'll do is we'll put both roasting pans on there. And that's used up all of the fish. We'll light it with... I can add fuel with dirty rags. So add that. So those are the 2 rags that have come off of my bruised and battered body. And then we're going to light it with the socks that I found, that I caught fishing. Now these take ages to cook. Right, so that leaves me a last couple of jobs. If I go... saw. Get the screwdriver out. One. Oh yeah, I heard that. We've got visitors. Am I missing my hammer? I am. I don't have a hammer. Oh yeah, if I had a hammer. Must have dropped it on the ground. There we go. So there is actually a ball peen hammer there. I'll grab that. Carpentry, there we go. So wooden crates, I need 3 planks. Okay, cool. Quickly speed up time a bit. There was talk of adding pets into the game. I don't know whether either of you have heard that. Rename fish fillet and mushrooms roast freshly cooked. Oh right, okay. Yeah, I played RuneScape about a year ago. I haven't played it since. It was fun. That's for sure. I spent a lot of time mining though, from what I remember. Right, let's go grab some planks. Right, so this is this area. So we've covered fishing, we've covered trapping, although that's not going particularly well as per usual. We've done a bit of mechanics, we've done a bit of this, so we're going to go and grab some planks and do some carpentry. We're going to build some crates. Right, so you can see that this field is slowly becoming overgrown. One of the interesting things is where Rita is. As you can see, this is the fence that I've been taking down. Where Rita is, a lot of the buildings are becoming overgrown with vines and things like that. Right, delete that. We'll take the planks. Maybe we can shove them in there. See, I've actually got a good amount of food in me. Might actually lose my underweight status. So I could actually use all of this wood here and improve my carpentry, which is what I'm actually intending to do. In fact, I'm not entirely sure whether I actually gain any benefit from dismantling this stuff anymore because I've gone up a level. Dismantle object. So carpentry is 134.5. Now it was raining while I was doing all of this in the game. So 134.5 is now 154. So I could actually continue to level my carpentry a fair bit by just continuing to dismantle all of this fencing. So I did all of this along here, and I did the fencing inside this shed. So I took off all of the fencing there and the gates and all the rest of it. So there's doorknobs and hinges rather than bed knobs and broomsticks. So I could do that. That'd help immensely, wouldn't it? And there's loads of planks for me to come and collect. Can load up one of them cars that's working, that big brown utility truck. So mechanics, trapping, cooking as well, and fishing. I think we've covered quite a bit this week, and we've had a nice chat about multiplayer and why I'm not actually doing multiplayer at the moment. Foraging, we've also done some foraging, and first aid, of course. The joys of first aid. Wooden crate. I wonder if I can't build a wooden crate there because I've already built something there against the windows. And there we go. So that probably hasn't improved my carpentry by much. I was gone up by 6, so that's not too bad. I remember in one of my other playthroughs, in order to get my carpentry up from enough so that I could build a set of stairs, I just built and dismantled a table over and over and over and over again. It was really boring, but it did the job. Really disappointing. Right, so nothing in these traps at the moment. I don't want to carpet them. They've still got bait in them. Okay, let's go check out our sticky traps and see if we've actually got some birds. Actually, finally caught some birds, let's say. Oh, this looks promising. Apart from the sound of zombies not far away. I'm checking the trap. Ha 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 ha! I actually have a dead bird, uncooked. There we go. Well, I never. I actually trapped a bird, a couple of birds, so I can now butcher those. I've actually trapped something. It's a miracle. That worked pretty well, actually. It wasn't too bad. It took a few attempts, but I've now got some small bird meat, fresh uncooked. Cool. There we go. Trapping. Now I can create a roast, because I've got a roast pan, create a roast from bird meat. If I stop moving, that'll help. If I go and stand in the kitchen in my house. I can add condiments and things like that, or I can add pepper as a spice, add random vegetables, add random condiment. Yeah. Add pepper. And add some random vegetables. And add a condiment, I guess. And some butter. And all of this. Oh, I can add salt as well. Add some butter and I'll add some salt and then roast, add salt as a spice. So I added pepper as a spice. So salt and pepper it. Then add honey. It's going to be the world's weirdest concoction roast ever, but let's cook it. I'll actually cook that as well. Might as well. And light the fire with socks and a lighter. There we go. So there's not much left of those two birds, so that'll be good. They'll cook fairly quickly, whereas the roast won't. That'll take its time. It'll be like 2/3 as long. Well, indeed. It may be a weird concoction, but food is food, is food is food. I'll eat both of those. I have to eat my mushroom first. But yeah, so we have actually covered quite a lot this week. Covered mechanics, just the basics of mechanics. We've covered trapping. We've covered some carpentry. We've covered some cooking. We've covered first aid, fishing. I've got through it quite nicely. This is really cool. But I've got to check out my other character, the one that's in the Riverside. I think we ought to go and take a look at that. I don't want to do too much with it because all of this lovely food that I've just created is all going to go and get spoiled. So I might finish off those before moving on to her. And there's the fine line between cooking and burning. So there we go. At least it increases it alleviates my unhappiness. Hunger, do you say that? Hunger, 55, thirst nothing, boredom -4. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it always pays to gather the ingredients as you're going about. I know it's probably a lot more difficult on Survivor and even harder on Apocalypse mode, which I'm actually toying with having a go at. But that'll be something I do when I move over to build 41, and so I can actually have a go with multiplayer as well. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. I think we've done quite a lot to this week, and I'm pretty pleased with that. So what we'll do is have a quick check out of Rita. I won't play her too much. We'll see what kind of a state she's in, because I know if I go more Riverside Rita, just so I know where she is, basically. Right, so for some reason she's hobbling around quite badly, and she got bitten on the leg. Overall, she's quite well equipped, but this is as far as this. This is where she gets to. It's like, not entirely sure. Yeah, well, one of my other characters brought that brown truck, and that truck that looks like this one that's on the screen right now. She came from West Point, she grabbed a load of stuff from West Point, and there was an almost pristine car with the keys in it. It was like, what? That just never happens. So I'm not entirely sure whether I've bunged stuff in the back of this car. No, it's not that one. It's going to be one over this side then, because there is a car over this side. See, I had the unfortunate experience of opening up several houses where the alarm went off. But as you can see, she's not getting too far, and you can see all of the overgrown stuff that's going on here. Unfortunately, she has been badly bitten on the thigh, which is why she's hobbling around. I thought there was another car here somewhere. I thought I'd stashed a load of gear somewhere. I think I was using this house as a base, so it might be this one. But it's the books aren't here, the ones that I'm actually after. All of a sudden she has the ability to run really fast for a couple of steps. But other than that, she's just worn out. Bless her. I have to say, is it on that end one? Probably it's one of these houses that I've like stashed a load of stuff, and maybe she's still got all the stuff on her. I found bushcraft stuff. She has got a load of crap on her, hasn't she? Look, she's got twine and all sorts. A wood axe, a Value Tech porta disc. So I'm also looking out for CDs to play. Hopefully that'll be good for other characters. But I'm looking for a fuel can. She's got a key to a vehicle. How many bandages have I got? I've actually got sterilised rags and ripped sheets. So let's have a look at this. Remove the bandage. Let's see how bad it is. So she's been bitten. So she could be on her way out. It might be a case of trying to head back to the base and just killing her off. So if I just pause up there, she's actually here-ish. I think it's actually that one, or that one. And there's a car here, just outside, just or between the church and whatever that is. And she has been hauled up in the Gigamart where she's been getting supplies. Now, she originally came from here. So I've also got a stash up here as well. So, but I think the books I need are actually in the back of the car, which is here, which isn't too bad. It's the fact that she's been bitten. And I'm expecting there to be a horde of zombies up there that I'm probably not going to get her past, which is going to be a pain. Fireplace, what fireplace? You mean the barbecue? Or was there a different fireplace you thought that you're thinking of? Maybe it was this one that I was using as a base. I don't know. Yeah, you see, all of a sudden she just goes mad and can run like the wind. Right, so the one over the... Okay, alright, let's go and have a nose. It's really frustrating with the speed this girl can move. we can keep her alive with a bit of luck. Let's make a bowl of oat milk. She's absolutely starving hungry. Thing is what annoys me, it says slight damage, yet she can barely walk. It's a bit disproportionate, I think. Let's see, she's feeling a little sad as well. Yeah, I prefer not to do that to her, but desperate times, desperate measures and all of that. Right, so this is the other house we were talking about. What, you mean this fireplace? Well, I'll be damned, I think that you could do that. Don't seem to be able to pick it up. Just checking on my moodlets. I can add things to it, but I don't seem to be able to dismantle it or remove it. Fireplace info just doesn't give you any information. Disassemble. No, I don't think about to do anything with it. Anyway, there we go. Right, I think that concludes today's run through. And like I say, we've actually done quite a lot. We've managed to trap some birds. We're going to create some stick traps with some twine and some planks cut up into sturdy sticks. We were able to create a fishing rod with some fishing line, paper clips or nails, and a sturdy stick. So we're able to trap birds, cook birds, we're able to catch fish, cook fish, roast them, improving our cooking skills and our overall health and nutrition. Not only that, so that's trapping and cooking, fishing. We also did foraging, which gives us the materials we need for fishing, and also gives us berries and mushrooms. What else did we do? We did a little bit of carpentry. We did introduction to mechanics and the things you can do at a lower level. So we've actually covered quite a lot today. I'm really quite pleased with today's efforts. So once again, thank you very much for joining me on chat, Supertone Man and Eternal Frost. If you do join in on the channel and watch my stuff and like my videos, get on the chat, say hi, we'll answer questions for you. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. I've got 4 years worth of videos for you to watch if you really need something to watch over the Christmas period. I will be doing live streams over the Christmas period, hopefully on a more daily basis, playing not just this. I'm hoping to play some Days Gone, some DayZ, perhaps even some State of Decay. I'm hoping to have to go at Splitgate and Halo Infinite. So there's going to be a lot going on my channel. I will be streaming out to Twitch though, so rather than just recording all of that on YouTube, I'm keeping the YouTube stuff purely for my Sunday lives with Project Zomboid, for which I'm hoping to get to do some multiplayer. What I could do is actually regress my version, and until my version builds back up, then I should be able to play these characters again at a later date. But I will play with these until I've actually sort of finished with them. hopefully you will have a fantastic week, and you will stay safe and you will stay well. But until next week and next Sunday on my scheduled live, I will see you then. Have a fantastic time, and I'll see you then. Until then, bye bye.